Welcome to our deep dive into the heart of the Psalms. Today we're exploring how these ancient verses can, unlock modern answers.
Absolutely, it's such a rich topic. The way these poetic expressions speak to, like, our everyday struggles is fascinating.
Yeah, exactly. When we say the heart of the Psalms, it's really about the raw human emotions, the joys, the sorrows, the anger, and even the doubts that resonate with us even today.
For sure, it's like the psalmists were literally pouring their hearts out, which makes their words incredibly relatable, even in our modern lives.
Right? And it's like those verses become a dialogue across millennia. They offer this kind of emotional companionship.
Totally. And what's compelling is that the psalmists, like David and others, came from diverse backgrounds: kings, prophets, even musicians. And yet they all expressed the same deep human experiences.
Exactly. And it's that honest expression that really opens the door for us to reflect on our own feelings. Like when you read, my God, why have you forsaken me? It's like an invitation to explore why we feel abandoned sometimes.
That's a line that really speaks to anyone who's ever felt lost, regardless of the century.
And then there's the imagery, like God as a rock, or the shepherd imagery in Psalm 23. Those metaphors, they paint a picture of comfort and reliability that goes beyond just literal interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. But I sometimes wonder, aren't there risks in relying too much on metaphors? I mean, sometimes they can be misinterpreted, right?
That's a fair point. But I think the beauty of these metaphors is in their openness. They invite personal interpretation, and that's what makes them adaptable to modern contexts.
True. I see what you mean. When you mention personal interpretation, it's like each listener can discover their own truth within the text.
Exactly. And that's one of the enduring powers of the Psalms. They don't just provide quick fixes. They help us work through our feelings, offering contemplation and a deeper journey rather than, superficial solutions.
Yes, they essentially offer a framework for navigating life's ups and downs. Even in our fast-paced, technology-driven world, these ancient verses encourage us to slow down and reflect.
Right. I mean, take Psalm 1, where it speaks about meditating on God's law day and night. It really challenges our culture of instant gratification and calls us to a slower, more meaningful pace.
Yeah, that's powerful. And isn't it incredible that though the world has changed so much, we've got smartphones, social media, and all that, the core emotions remain the same?
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's feeling the sting of betrayal, like in Psalm 55, or experiencing pure, unfiltered joy, like in Psalm 150, these feelings are timeless. It's almost like the struggles and celebrations of life are written in them, crystal clear for anyone to relate to.
Definitely. And this connection across time is what makes reading the Psalms almost like having a personal conversation with someone who truly understands your journey.
Exactly. And it's like you find reassurance in knowing that no matter how technology evolves, the essential human experience remains constant.
True. But I have a little challenge here. Don't you think that sometimes the ancient language might actually distance modern readers who expect clear-cut answers rather than poetic ambiguity?
That's a great question. I do think that at first glance, the poetic language can seem a bit remote or ambiguous. But then once you allow yourself to engage with it, to let your imagination reshape the metaphors, it becomes a source of creative insight, almost like rediscovering meaning in your own words.
Yeah, I see that, true. I get that. It's sort of like you need to build a bridge between the literal and the figurative to really tap into its relevance.
Exactly. And also the repetitive nature of some passages, such as "His love endures forever" in Psalm 136, reinforces these messages deeply. It's meditative, a kind of mantra that slowly embeds itself in your consciousness.
That repetition really makes the message stick. It's like when you hear a song over and over until the lyrics become a part of you.
Yeah, that's a nice analogy. And speaking of personal experiences, Many folks find that the Psalms not only offer solace in times of despair, but also guide them to understand their own worth and identity in relation to something far bigger.
Absolutely. For instance, Psalm 139 reminds us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's such a strong counter to the modern pressures of self-worth and appearance.
Exactly. It really brings home the idea that every emotion we feel, every struggle we face, is shared across time, giving us a kind of universal vocabulary for pain and hope.
Yes, and those same emotions are what unite us as human beings. It's like these Psalms provide a mirror that reflects our innermost selves, no matter what era we're living in.
Precisely, and that's the profound part. Even though the context has shifted from ancient times to our digital age, the core questions of purpose, identity, and dealing with suffering remain constant.
So, would you say then that the Psalms are not just about answering problems, but also about offering deep, soulful insights into life itself?
Yes, absolutely. They don't provide a checklist for fixing issues, but they offer a kind of companionship in the chaos. They help us see that feeling alone or abandoned, as in Psalm 22 or 13, is something many have navigated throughout history, and that there's always space for hope and connection.
And in our modern world, where isolation can be so overwhelming despite constant digital contact, the reminder of God's comforting presence in these verses becomes even more crucial.
Right. It's like an ancient friend reaching out. It tells you you're not alone and your feelings are valid. That message, spanning across centuries, is the real modern answer these Psalms offer.
It's really inspiring to think that despite the changes in our everyday life, something as ancient as the Psalms can still speak so powerfully to us today.
Exactly, and that's why diving into these texts is always a journey, one that transforms our understanding of both our past and our present.
I love that idea, transforming our understanding through thoughtful reflection and, engaging with the deeper parts of our humanity.
And as we wrap up, it's clear that the heart of the Psalms isn't just in their words, but in the emotional bridge they build between ancient wisdom and our modern experience.
A beautiful reminder for us all that even in a world of rapid change, the timeless truths about who we are and how we feel remain unchanged.
Exactly. Thank you for this insightful conversation. It's been wonderfully engaging to explore how ancient poetry continues to enlighten our modern lives.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Here's to finding those modern answers in the wisdom of the past.